over to Alpha 3, binary traffic. You want to feel this? You want to feel this?
Okay, my cyclic.
256, Mike, final 3-4. Low approach.
I don't think it's binding or anything like that, it's just
weird.
It's a combination of the disc forces versus the bungee. Your cyclic?
Okay, my cyclic.
Let's double check. Yep, your friction is off. Your friction is off. So when you do your first check lights out, etc., how much fuel have we got?
We got about 2 hours. An hour 45 minutes. Yeah.
How's it flying, JC?
130 in here.
Good so far.
Hour 30. 45. 45. You got
gear up?
Over 2 hours.
Yeah, just pulled up. Everything's good.
Okay, left, center, right. Up above me. We're lifting off. You ready, yo?
Okay.
Alright, you want to stick with me here on this one? I'm not sure about this bungee.
Okay, alright. Remember the wind's going to push us back a little bit and the wind might make you pick up a tiny bit sooner than you would do with no wind.
Okay, alright, here we go.
Made you cool?
Yep, made my call.
Alright.
And 256, Mike Alpha, headed towards the shoot. 4,500.
All there? Feel okay?
Yep. Alright, here we go. Yeah, that is weird.
Can I take the controls for a second?
Okay, your controls?
My controls, down. Double up. Yeah, that is kind of weird. I don't think, I mean, they all feel slightly different. It does seem like there's kind of like a center spot that's kind of weird.
But you see what I'm saying?
I do see what you're saying, yeah. We'll turn into the wind in a second and I'll just do another quick check into the wind to get there. Clear your way?
Yep, clear my way.
And clear there. There's no vibrations or anything like that, it just feels like a little bit of play.
On the bungee.
And I think it's fighting against the bungee. Yeah, it's kind of like a little sort of, yeah, it's a very weird spot of feedback from the bungee. Alright, your controls.
Alright, my controls.
You got them.
Guy that was on GPS 3-4 approach, you guys still on final?
Remember to check this intersection. Remember, traffic will come from the left as well.
Traffic,
I'll see you ahead.
3047, Kilo crossing normally from Bravo to Alpha.
Alright, square up here. Okay, left clear, center clear, right clear. Alright, I'll make my call. Bender Helicopter 2 is here, hotels entering runway 34 for north departure. Bender traffic.
From Alpha 3.
Alpha 3.
Yep.
Good traffic, Lancer 49 Bravo Bravo, overhead in the orbit 9000.
I see him, I see him. How's it your side?
Still clear.
Still clear?
Still clear. You head right around, make sure you can see the base traffic as well.
Yep, I got it.
Go.
Oh. looks good. Warning lights out. South of green. 3 green of field. Car beat 90 today. Right turn off. All right. You ready?
Yep.
Let's go. That was awesome. Yeah, we got some wind. Full max, 60 knots.
On the way out there, I want us to do some low G recovery kind of training. We're not going to put ourselves in low G, but I just want you to
Yeah, that's cool.
talk about dealing with the right roll. Because you're not going to be doing low G pushovers,
Right.
but what might happen today?
Turbulence?
Turbulence, yeah.
Alright, so we'll get to this intersection up here, then I'll start
Stay
making...
center line stay in line with the runway
Okay.
until you're ready to make your turn. Otherwise, if you've ever got helicopters taking off or something taking off on the other taxiway, you just cut them off here.
Okay.
Not that there should be, but a little bit out of trim.
Yeah.
Step away from the ultra clean, brand new trim strings.
Yeah. At H brake, I'll...
Alright, you're good to turn. You got at least 300 feet ADL. Clear left.
Alright, so what altitude do we want to be at today?
Let's stay at 4,000 as we're heading out. Make sure you're clearing. Remember, you're coming in for a downwind area, so make sure we look both ways as we get.
Hey, Phil, you got me down there?
We'll stay at 4,000 until we get 2 miles out.
Okay.
Why do we do that?
Because that's below the airplane traffic.
Good. So you're at 4.2 and you're still climbing.
Lowering.
Yeah, yeah.
I am. Look at me. See, look at how low the manifold pressure is, and look, my airspeed should be descending.
Hey,
Yeah,
Phil,
we're
you got me down
crabbing,
there?
aren't we?
Say again.
We're crabbing into the wind, aren't we?
Yeah, so if you imagine you want to keep the aircraft in trim, so you want to see both trim strings in equal position on either side of the center line. And then you look at the way we're actually going, like find a reference line, maybe it'll be a line of trees. To follow that line of trees, do we have to turn left or right? And that's our crab angle.
Yeah. Okay.
So if we just go straight pointing where we want to go, and we didn't make a crab angle, of course we're going to be blowing downwind.
Okay.
Which is, the wind's out of the north, about 10, maybe about 15 up here. Alright, let me take the controls for a second.
Alright, your controls.
I have the controls, okay. See how this feels in flight. Even in flight, it's a little bit...
Yeah. I mean, I know you
this
said we couldn't judge it until it's loaded, but still doing it.
kind of feels like, not as bad as in the hover, but it does feel like it's trying to pull forward a little bit on the side, on the bungee cord there. Alright, so I want to show you what I was talking about with this low G thing.
Alright.
So, you're going to be flying along. I'm just going to demonstrate this time.
Okay.
And I'm going to say, hey, you feel that? Well, all of a sudden we feel very light.
Okay.
We've just been, dropped. Maybe we got lifted first and now we're getting dropped.
Okay.
So feel the sensation of your stomach coming up into your chest kind of thing. And then what would be, if it was a low G, it was enough of a low G, what would be the roll that would happen? Left or right?
It'll roll to the left, and we would correct right.
Nope, other way around.
Roll right, correct left.
Tail rotor thrust would cause us a roll to the right.
Right,
Clear your
yeah,
side, so it would go whoop, right?
Pull back, pull back.
So the instinct is to correct to the left, but I want you to, you'll give you the controls in a second, I'll say, oh, we feel light in our seat, we feel very light in our seat. Okay. I'll do this to your control, and I want you to do this. Pull back, feel heavy.
All right.
And then correct the roll.
Okay. How's it feeling pulling back? Is that pretty tough?
No, it's not, no, it feels fine.
All right.
When you do pull back, right?
Yeah.
Don't then try and push forward to correct it, because then you're going to cause a pushover correcting it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I just want you to, I'll push it right. You'll then come aft, feel heavy in our seats, roll left and gently start pushing back forward to it for airspeed.
Whoa.
Even that you feel a little bit, and that was a very small amount of movement, wasn't it? Okay. If you want, you can always lower the collective a little bit as well to help us kind of sink down a little bit instead of.
All right.
But really, it's just about correcting the urge to roll left is what I'm trying to get you. Okay, your controls.
Alright, my controls.
Okay, so get us back to about 70 in level. Just clear over your right shoulder, make sure there's no one coming up behind us on the right. Okay, so imagine we've suddenly got lifted and then dropped. We're feeling light in our stomach, and then we get an uncommanded roll to the right. Oh look, you want to push back on it, don't you? It's instinct.
That was weird. That was
yeah,
weird.
it is.
That was weird.
Now remember, in the real deal, of course the controls aren't going to go right.
Right.
But you're going to get a roll that you didn't command.
Right, yeah.
And let's try that again, okay?
Okay, sure.
So suddenly, feeling light, you get a right roll, offload it.
Holy crap.
Don't push forward too quickly. It's more about coming back, smooth aft.
Alright.
All these movements should be slow and smooth. Remember, we're not...
Right. Yeah.
Try again?
Yeah.
Okay, get us back to 70.
Okay.
Bit of turbulence, suddenly feeling light, we get a roll to the right. You come back, load the disc, and then go left, yeah. You want to feel like you're feeling a little bit heavy in your seat, and then you're confirming you're getting positive G's.
Okay.
Okay, now let's climb up to about 6,000.
Should we make a call?
Yes, please. Yeah, make a call. Say we're operating in the, or while you make the call.
6 miles. Okay, 6 miles out, operating to the east at 6,000.
Yeah, 6,000 or below.
All right. Better Charlie, Elevator 2 Sierra Hotel is about 6 miles to the east, operating at 6,000.
And then where it comes down to there. So let's climb up. We're at 4,500. Okay. Let's make a right turn as we're climbing. That's going to help us do our clear, right?
Okay. Yeah, the wind's helped me turn, actually. Or maybe it's not. No, it's coming from 3-4, so it's not.
Let's make a turn all the way around. We don't want to overfly off Alpha too much there. I think they're at another sort of noise abatement area.
Oh, that's too bad.
It's because they got a lot of animals and...
Yeah, animals really hate helicopters.
Keep on coming around and climbing. You got 55 knots, 53 knots. Okay. Keep on coming into the wind. I'll help with the climb rate too. At 1,000 feet per minute. I saw 1,500 feet per minute climb rate yesterday. I think we got an updraft as well.
Yeah, look how we're crabbing. That's funny.
So keep it coming around, turn all the way around back to the... Yeah,
okay.
Keep turning around to the north.
Okay.
Get that extra 1,000 feet.
Are we just handling the power?
Yeah, we're going to do settling the power, and then we'll go into auto entries. So, do you want me to demo the first one again, or do you want to go straight into it?
For settling the power?
Yeah.
Oh, we can probably do it. So let's just, we pull back to 0. We start feeling some vibrations. We're starting to, get some descent, and we'll just push forward, lower collective, level off.
Why are we lowering collective, and why are we pushing forward?
You're reducing the induced flow.
Okay, so lowering
collective.
collective.
All your dirty air by pushing forward.
Well, lowering the collective is going to give you hopefully some more cyclic authority, because if you're in deep settling with power, the controls are very mushy. So you reduce the problem a little bit by lowering the collective, pushing forward because you want to get above ETL, out of your vortices, and then you can start climbing up.
Okay.
All right, so do our usual checks before we've done our clear. So let's just do our usual checks.
Okay, 1 on that. That's a green. 3 green. Field, carby, not needed, and right turns off.
Okay, so start bringing us back to a level. Say 5,500 is fine. Just level us.
Okay.
5,500. Bring the airspeed back to 0. Lower collective if necessary. Double check the volumes. We want to get rid of all of that airspeed. It may even mean that we'll be going backwards over the ground.
Uh-oh.
Okay, hold us here at 0 airspeed. Okay. Lower the collective a little bit to start our descent.
Yeah.
So now we're above 300 feet per minute, so we're potential getting set with power.
Okay.
Now we're 500 feet per minute.
Okay, so...
Let's get all the way up to 700, and I want you to feel the shudders and...
Okay.
A little bit more. Slow the collective a little bit more. See if we can get 700, because I think we could easily power out of it around now. Well, not easily, but it's possible we'll have power out of it, so I want us to get right in there. Lower collective some more. Let's get that descent rate in.
Still lowering it.
Turn left a little bit. I feel like we're drifting. We are drifting sideways, and that's giving some efficiency to the rotor system. So hold left a little bit.
What's going on?
It's because we're being blown sideways, right? So we've got 0 airspeed, but we're going sideways, so that means we're getting some efficiency, so we're not in settling. Okay? The airspeed now is up to 20, so come back. Bring the airspeed all the way back to 0.
Okay.
There we go. Now we're getting some shudders, right?
Yeah.
There you go. Alright, so we're in setting with power, so recover.
Echo taking off from
Lower collective slightly push forward.
1, making a straight out departure to the northwest.
Yeah, descent rate come up. There you go. Airspeed coming alive. Now start climbing out.
419 Bravo Bravo. Coming down under the orbit for making a left pattern.
Full power.
3-4, departing traffic inside.
So when you recover, you want to smoothly bring the power all the way up to you, because you want to try and reduce the amount of descent. Remember, this may happen at 300 feet above the ground, so we want to get that airspeed and immediately start to smoothly pull up the power. Make sure we got a loose grip on the throttle.
Okay.
Can I show you one?
Yep.
Okay, my controls.
Your controls.
Okay, so at 5,000, still clear.
Land 256, Mike Alpha, 3 north of field, bring your house approach to the west.
There's a little bit more in trim. There we go. Alright, still got too much airspeed, so we're coming back, There we go. Alright, there's our descent coming in.
Okay.
I'm going to try and get to about 700. Okay, so I'm going to recover. I'm lowering collective, simultaneously pushing forward for airspeed.
That's quite a bit.
There's our above 30 now. Let's start pulling that power in, pulling that power in. Hold the 55 attitude.
You have to worry about low G when pushing forward?
Yeah, don't go crazy with it. Yeah, absolutely. Remember, we're already descending, so it's not going to be like you're straight and level and then pushing over, or climbing and pushing over. Your controls.
Okay, my controls.
But you want to get an attitude that's going to bring in some airspeed relatively quickly. You don't want to dive in with it, but yeah, you do want to just smoothly push it forward. All right, let's set up for...
Traffic, Lancer 419 Bravo Bravo. We're going to make a approach for runway 34, 5,000. All the left downwind there.
Make a call, say we're still operating out here. We're more like 8 miles, to be honest, but it will be around 8 miles over this road area. See that bold patch over there?
Yeah.
Head over there, climb up to about 6,000.
Alright, we're 8 miles?
Yeah, 8 miles to the east.
Center traffic, Helicopter 2, Sierra Hotel is offering 8 miles to the east at 6,000 and below, Bender traffic.
There's like, the moment when you press the push to talk, your voice drops like 3 octaves.
Yeah, I know it does. That's just...
Bender traffic, Lancer 419 Bravo Bravo. Overhead approach 34, Bender.
The ladies like it. That's what it is.
I'm sure they do.
Yeah. Alright, so what are we going to do here?
We're going to climb up to 6,000 because we're going to do some auto entries, okay?
Okay.
So I'll demo the first one and also feel out the conditions. Oh, it doesn't feel too bad right now. We'll do a power recovery. So then I'll get you to do the entry. I'll do the first power recovery, okay? On your entry.
Okay.
As well. So I'll just say my controls and I'll do the power recovery. And then if that goes well, I'll get you to do the whole thing. Entry, glide, power recovery.
Okay, sure.
So what was our lesson learned from the last time we did this?
Don't have the death grip. And hold it tight when you do not want to roll up.
Yep, and when you do want to roll up, marry the needles and slowly and smoothly bring the collective up with a loose grip. 2 fingers on the over the throttle.
So I have a tight grip on it and I roll it off, and then when I want to recover, I slowly let it roll up to 80.
No, you can be in charge. You're not just going to let it. You're going to manually roll it up over 80.
Okay.
You can roll it up so they meet.
419 Bravo Bravo. Left downwind.
The problem is, if the rotor RPM starts going above the green and you keep rolling, then it's going to overspeed the engine. So if the rotor RPMs are going up, check it with the collective and maybe a little bit of a roll down so that you don't get the correlator over sending the engine RPMs up.
Okay. that an airstrip?
Yes, it is. Private airstrip out here. So we got a bit more power. We can walk, get up there.
15 miles to the east, inbound, fly over midfield for left traffic for runway 34.
Okay, so that guy is going to be coming in somewhere near us. So let's just let him know, in case he's new on the frequency, that we're operating 6,000 feet and below, about 8 miles to the east, between Alfalfa and Powell Butte.
Okay. Binary traffic, Navigator 20 hotels, about 8 miles to the east, operating 6,000 and below between Alfalfa and Powell Butte. Binary traffic.
Binary traffic, line through 419 Bravo Bravo, left base 34.
Okay, my controls. Okay, let's do a clearing turn.
Yep. Might hit some rain.
Say again?
Might hit some water, some moisture.
Yeah, so we're below 30, so if that stuff gets close to us, we're going to be pulling carbine. Okay?
419 Bravo Bravo.
Full carbine?
Final 34, full stop ending.
Because that's visible moisture within the 30 degree, -4 to 30 degree range. Lights are out, top of the green, 3 in the green, fuel is good.
No, we got power lines down there, right?
We got power lines down there. We kind of came out a little bit further than I wanted on the climb out, so we're going to just scoot along a little bit to that road. That road's going to be our safety road. Winds are out of the north, so we'll make sure that if we do get a true engine failure,
that road right there,
we'll make our final towards the wind. I keep an eye out for that guy.
It's going pretty fast.
Also, we're losing a little bit of altitude, so I'll pull in that collective a little bit. Yeah, the air feels pretty smooth right now. We'll see as we descend down whether there's kind of anything going on closer to the ground. Come up a little bit more. Alright, so we enter at 65 level, right? We don't want to be climbing or diving. We don't want to be accelerating or decelerating.
And I'm going to keep it low this time.
Yeah, eyes outside was all about. So our spot is clear. I've got power lines run down the side of the road.
Binary traffic, Alpha 49 Bravo Bravo, Velocity, Alpha 5 to Southwest Ender.
Lights out, top of the green, 3 in the green. Fuel is good. Carbeat's not required. 65 knots. Fingernails wrapped up. We've got our safety spot.
Okay, I'll just follow you.
Binary traffic, cleared 422 at Mike. We're 8 miles to the east, inbound for left traffic 34.
Try and keep an eye out for that guy. Beneath us at all? Alright.
See you there.
Okay. Hopefully he'll be passing behind us. Entering auto in 3. Oh, a little bit slow actually. Let's get level. Eyes outside, fingernails up. Entering an auto in 3, 2, 1. Lower collective, half cyclic, right pedal. Roll off and catch. Now come in and look. 65 RPMs coming up collective. Outside, attitude still looks good. Trim, a little bit more right pedal.
Okay.
Airspeed, RPMs outside.
RPMs going down a little bit.
RPMs going down a little bit, but they're still where I want them, between 97, which is the horn, and the bottom of the green, which is 101. Outside, attitude looks good. Airspeed's building a little bit, so half cyclic. If half cyclic, I'm also going to build the RPMs up a little bit.
Right, yeah.
Let's hold this attitude here. RPMs, airspeed, a little bit slow now, so we'll push forward and maybe overcorrected, and I'm making no movement on this cyclic. It's more about pressure. Okay, RPMs starting to decay a little bit, so a lower collective. There's a little bit of roughness down here. And we're approaching the road, so I'm going to recover. So my RPMs are looking good. I'm going to roll the throttle on, let them meet, and then smoothly, open hand on the throttle, start quieting out.
So you just rolled it on, let them marry, and kind of get collective and let it...
Yeah, and then smoothly, slowly come up. So your controls? You got them?
My controls.
Let's still keep an eye out for that inbound traffic. Never did see him. He must have passed behind us. So let's make a left turn, climbing turn.
Okay.
Conditions today are much better than they have been in a long time, actually. About a week or so of chasing RPMs and airspeed because of...
traffic cleared, at Mike 4 miles to the east, going to fly over midfield for left traffic, 3-4.
5 miles to the east.
Does that all make sense?
What?
Everything makes sense that we just did there?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, it does. Just when it comes to recovering, just be there with me, I guess.
Well, I'll do the first recovery, okay?
Yeah.
I want you just to concentrate on eyes outside, lower collective all the way to the bottom, roll off and hold it, and catch.
Okay.
And it's a small catch, it's not, don't yank a load of collective. Probably about, if I could measure it, it's probably about somewhere around an inch pull, maybe even less.
Yeah. Okay.
And while you're doing that, try and keep an eye on this horizon. Once you've done the pull, and you haven't gone crazy with the cyclic, then come in and check where your RPMs sit, airspeed outside, and then start that chant because that will force your eyes to keep moving. RPM, airspeed outside. RPM, airspeed outside. Stop if something needs fixing, and then continue.
Okay.
Right, RPMs are low, so I'm going to lower collective. Airspeed outside. RPMs.
Okay, alright.
If you can.
I will.
It is hard to do two things, to talk about things whilst concentrating and doing them until you've done them.
And traffic clear 422 Juliet, Mike, flying over midfield, 34, or jumping in left traffic, 34 set.
Take him up another inch or two on the manifold pressure, and we'll get up there sooner, and make a left, just a gradual turn. We'll try and follow those power lines back in. Does that make sense?
Yep.
A little bit of trim. What's it called when you see that kind of rain coming down and it never makes it to the ground? Do you know what that's called?
No, I don't.
It's called Virga. V-I-R-G-A.
Wait, what?
Virga. Virga.
Oh, Virga.
Yeah. Kind of like these hanging
And then traffic clear 422 Juliet, Mike, turning into left downwind for runway 34.
It evaporates before it gets to the ground.
Okay.
Usually downdrafts around this stuff. You see shafts of rain, whether it's Virga or not, usually associated with downdrafts.
Alright, so we're approaching 6,000.
Alright, so level up around here is good. Bring in 65 knots level, heading towards that road. Give me your checks.
Okay. Alright, so warning lights outside the green. The green is green. Feel good. Car beat not needed right now. And the right turns off. Okay, so we're going to want to have fingernails up.
Good.
65 knots. Fingernails up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to count down.
And then you're going to have your eyes on the horizon.
Eyes on the horizon. Lower collective. Roll off. Roll off throttle.
422 Juliet, Mike, turning left base for runway 34.
Lower collective, right pedal off, side click, so you keep it all level. When the collective is all the way down, roll off and catch.
You
here with me?
I'm with you.
Alright,
Count me in.
entering auto in 3, 2, 1. Alright, right pedal.
Catch.
Okay, RPM.
Now, watch, hang on a second. My controls for a second.
Okay, your controls.
Just want to get it stabilized again. Okay, your controls.
Okay, my controls.
We had a little bit of a nose drop there. I don't think you were keeping your eyes outside for long enough.
Okay.
Watch out for coming off slightly. There's going to be smaller movements, just pressure. You're going to have to catch that as coming up. You want smaller movements on the collective.
Okay.
That's it. Maybe it may come up. You hear it coming up.
That's
it. That's good. RPM, airspeed outside.
Okay.
RPM, airspeed outside. Push forward a tiny bit. That's going to lower the RPMs a little bit. Hold it there. Don't push any further. Just hold it there.
Okay.
Catch the build.
Okay. Okay. Good.
Okay. So this is looking good. Looking good. Keep your scan up. RPMs, airspeed outside.
Okay. RPM. Airspeed.
Okay. My controls.
Okay. Your controls.
Okay. I have the controls. So I'm going to roll the throttle on. They're going to come up and meet, and then loose grip, smoothly, slowly start climbing out. Your controls.
All right. My controls.
You got them. Keep pulling up collective. Bird to the left.
Yeah.
Let's make a left turn early so we don't overfly the golf course.
Okay.
I got the eye on the bird. In fact, the next one, what we'll do is we'll make the approach to sort of that area around there. You see there's, apart from the wires running down by the substation, there's no wires on this area. We've got plenty of landing options and only 2 houses. Do you think your eyes came in too quick?
Probably.
Did you notice that your nose was coming down?
Because I was too worried about the RPMs, either going too high or too low.
Okay, listen. Keep your eyes outside until I say look in.
Okay.
I'll catch the RPMs.
Okay, alright.
If you don't, and you come looking in, you'll dive down, and you'll have caught the RPMs, but then you realize your airspeed's building. You'll come back to try and catch that, and the RPMs will spike, and that will cause an overspeed. So you set it up right from the start, and you'll have a much better chance of maintaining RPMs and airspeed and just holding that attitude all the way down. It should be nice stabilized glide all the way down. Okay. There's going to be some fluctuations in wind and things like that, and some minor movements. And you notice how I'm saying just smaller movements as well. Okay. Don't get busy with the cyclical collective, just small movements. And you keep flying it until I say my controls. I may bump the controls a little bit to try and nudge you in the right direction, but keep flying it till I say my controls. Sure, perfect. Keep our climb coming up. Let's get up to about 6,000 again. Come at 21 inches and 55, 53. I say 55 just because it's easier to do 55. It's right between 60 and 50, and the number for the best climb in the 44.
Okay.
So I often get them confused. So I just say 55.
That's fine. That's fine.
What's the max range airspeed for the 22? Endurance airspeed?
83.
83, yeah, max range, sorry, yeah, 83. So what does that actually mean?
I mean, you know, if we wanted to run our tanks dry, we get the most miles, you know?
Yes, yep. What about if we wanted to run our tanks dry and get the most amount of time flying? Not distance, just flying for time. So we wanted to circle for as long as possible.
Probably 53 then, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which would be endurance. I believe that would be the better word. Endurance is how long we stay up, and distance would be 83.
Okay.
Make a left turn back over towards those wires. Keep climbing up an extra, the extra 800 feet. So to reiterate, when we enter this one, you're going to keep your eyes outside. You're going to do everything you need to do.
Okay.
Lower collective roll off, check. Keep your eyes outside. Do not come in until I say look in.
Okay.
And I'll make any bumps on the collective as necessary.
Okay.
You're purely going to be dealing with yaw and pitch. That's your job.
So where do you want to be this time?
Actually, we've come out far enough. We'll just aim for that road again.
Okay.
So you can get, whenever you're ready, you can get level at 65 and talk me in.
Okay. Fingernails up.
Good.
Okay, one light top green, 3 green, field car beats, not needed, and right turn off. Okay. So, okay, get 65. I'm going to enter auto, and I'm going to low collective, roll off throttle, and catch, and right pedal as needed.
And out cyclic is needed. Yep. And do not look in until I tell you, okay?
Okay, alright. Alright, entering auto in 3, 2, 1.
Okay, now look.
Okay, alright.
Catch it a little bit.
Okay, throttle.
Yeah, keep the fold close. Lower collective. Lower collective. Don't worry about it. It'll come back. Okay, now, your controls still. RPMs, airspeed, outside.
Advanced traffic, the RV6 will be taxiing out.
Good.
Okay.
RPMs, airspeed, outside. This is perfect airspeed and RPMs. Okay, that might be a little bit too big. It may start just small movement.
Okay. Handle airspeed.
RPMs are coming up.
Okay.
You got, okay, that's it, catch up. Okay, now I want you to roll on recover. So lower the collective a little bit because they're a little bit low. Lower the collective.
Okay.
Roll on.
Okay, here we go. Roll on.
Roll it on.
Thank you, Mary.
They're getting a little bit, there you go. And climb out. The problem was the RPMs on the rotor side were starting to go up before you'd married the needle. So if you carried on, come back on the cyclic a little bit so we can climb out at 53. Come back.
Okay.
Alright, we need to pull in some power. Alright, my controls for a second?
Yeah, air control.
You alright? You seem a little bit overwhelmed.
What's that?
You said that you're okay.
Yeah, I'm good. That was good. I mean, I felt better.
It was a little bit slow climbing out. We were still descending. We hadn't pulled up any power.
Okay.
Getting a little bit close to that road. Let's come on round. You want to do another one, or you want to do something else?
What do you think we should do? We can try another one. That was good.
Yeah.
Another one.
Let's do another one. Okay, let's do another one.
All right.
You watch back on the video, you'll see as our nose drops, airspeed builds, RPMs drop, and then you're chasing. And remember, every time that you make this up and down collective movement, you're also introducing a little bit of a pitch change.
Okay.
Even though it's a small amount.
Right.
We're going to use that other area this time. We'll give that house a bit of a break.
Okay.
So near the road there. Did you understand what I was saying about we had to be careful as the rotor RPM had started to get up to the top of the green and we were still rolling on? But if we carried on rolling on, we may get an engine overspeed. Did you understand?
So we pull up collectives and we didn't do it. We didn't get that or anything.
Oh no,
we did it right?
We did right, yeah.
Okay.
But we had to pull up collective a little bit just to catch that RPM build.
Okay.
Get the RPMs back down. Now, if the difficulty is you have to catch that before you marry the needles. Otherwise, if you try just about marry the needles and the RPMs of the rotor are up and you pull up collective, what's the correlator going to do?
Yeah.
You're going to ram up the throttle. The governor might not be quick enough to pull it down.
Bad traffic line 55.6 Mike Alpha. center of the field, we'll be entering the left downwind for 3-4.
To get you plenty of height.
Okay.
Set up. So I think you kept your eyes out there, but as soon as you brought them in, it was almost as if you went, "What's going on down there?"
Okay.
And you pushed forward on the cycling.
Yeah.
Keep your scan up, RPMs, airspeed outside, and then you'll notice if, hang on a second, we're looking like we're starting to dive, because you'll see the compass moving in relation to the horizon.
Okay.
Your controls?
Okay, my controls.
Yeah?
Yep.
So let's come up another 500 feet, or wherever we can get in this last little bit, then we'll make the turn, we'll get over these wires, we'll make the turn towards that substation and that lake, and all that road area there will be our safety area.
And then traffic lights here. 256 Mike off of left downwind 3-4 pin.
Remember, small movements with everything.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of a delay in the system, so you're going to check it. Wait a second. If it's still moving, if it's moving very fast, obviously you've got to be a little bit more aggressive. But if it's just trending up and down, make a movement, a small movement. Wait, has it fixed it? Nope. A little bit more. Uh-oh, too much. Okay, start bringing us up to 65. Let's level out here.
Okay.
We'll aim just up, straight ahead there. You see the way it joins that little pond? We'll aim for that way.
Okay. All right. Hey, one like that top green, 3 green, still good carbine not used today.
That's not big, land test 256 Mike Alpha,
Green nose up.
Green nose up. Alright,
Eyes on the horizon.
entering auto, you go with me here?
I'm with you.
Okay, entering auto here in 3, 2, 1, low corrected, right pedal.
Roll off. Catch.
Catch.
Okay.
Okay.
Now they're going to come down, so you fix it.
That's not big land test 256 Mike Alpha.
There you go. Not too much. Not too much. Keep the throttle under control.
Okay.
Low effective a little bit more. Now hold it there and wait.
Okay.
They'll come back, see?
Yeah.
They may even come back too much. Don't half-cycle it, because if you half-cycle it, you're going to build the RPMs up.
Okay.
Unless you want to slow down.
Okay.
RPMs, airspeed, outside. RPMs, low collective a little bit. Half-cycle it as you do, just a tiny bit to offset it. That's good.
Okay.
RPMs are coming up. There. Hold it there. Looking good. Okay, now when the RPMs are settled, pull up a little bit more. Now start to roll on. Roll on, roll on, roll on, roll on. Roll on. There you go.
And 256 Mike
Now
Alpha.
smoothly climb out.
3-4 bend.
Smoothly pull all the way up to your 21 inches. Pitch for 55.
Wait for you.
That was much better.
Yeah.
So you see what I was saying about rolling on? You're in charge. The governor will try and do what it can, but it might be a bit slow, especially on these hot days. So you just roll it up and control it. If it looks like it's going too fast, you just slow it down. But you want them to come up and meet, and you want to keep both of them below the top of the green until they're met.
Okay.
And then you can let the governor do its job and smoothly start to pull up.
All right. Yeah, I mean, what do you think? That was
much better. Yeah, let's head back towards Bend on that one. That was a good one.
Yeah, and I'm a good one.
So did you ever read the safety notice about practice auto rotations? We'll say at 4,500, just level out that and come back in towards Bend. Don't go any higher than 4,500.
What's that?
I don't know. Annoying though, wasn't it?
Yeah. Wait, what? Safety notice for what?
So in the back of the POH there's all those safety notices, right?
Oh, yeah.
And there's one of them that's talking about practice auto rotations can be deadly. I think that's what it says. That's the title of it. And it's talking about things to do to reduce accident rates. One of the things it talks about is limit the number of auto rotation practices to about 3 or 4.
Okay. Right.
And the school policy is like 4 or 5 maximum.
Right.
We're going to do something else, right?
Right.
And then also I think if we're going to mix auto rotations with engine failure at hover, we do something else between those, and we do something to distinguish the fact that this is a engine failure at hover. It's not I don't even like to use the word auto. We say hover auto, but I don't want to do it when we're actually about to do it, because I don't want you to do roll off and lower. Because if you do that, we're going to smack into the ground.
Okay.
So we'll try and break that up as well.
Okay. So should we make a call saying that?
That's big, yeah. You want to start descending down.
Okay.
So start coming down for 4,000, just gradually coming down. You make a call, and we can also check for weather, right?
For right down one for 16.
I don't know, let's find out what the weather's doing. Get our trim as we lower collective, a little bit right pedal, step away from the strings.
Right. Go backwards.
It is. We fly airplanes, it's backwards.
Yeah.
You always step on the ball.
Okay.
Yeah, so grab some weather.
Okay.
Push up onto it. So, ADFs, we haven't got any ADFs.
2,000.
They've got to come to.
Temperature 2 Celsius. 2.2 Celsius. Altimeter 2,997 inches of mercury. Remarks, density altitude 5,000 feet.
Trim.
Band Municipal Airport, automated weather observation 1822 Zulu weather. Wind 340 at 7 knots. Peak gust 14 knots. Visibility more than 10. Sky condition clear below 12,000 feet. Temperature 2 Celsius. 2.2 Celsius.
Good.
Altimeter 2,997 inches of mercury.
Now normally we would set this, but this is, like I said, this is a little bit inaccurate. I set it for the field elevation when we took off. It's actually so inaccurate right now that I would prefer to leave it where it is. We're coming back to the same area in a relatively short amount of time. The weather hasn't changed, wind temperatures haven't changed.
Right.
So we'll leave it as it is. So what's your call going to be?
So we're about 4 miles out to the northeast.
Yep.
And you're going right down 144.
Yep, I want to be on a 45, so we'll use that highway, come towards the right. We're in for we're on a whatever, it's going to be about a 3 mile 45 for the right downwind 3-4. You can also check in your altitude if you want, but we should be down to about 4,000 when you get there.
Okay. Center Hillcutter 20 Hotel's about 3.5 miles out to the northeast on 45, looking down, join right down 134, Center Hill.
Alright, time to keep your head out. We're getting close to the airport. So, as we come in, I'm going to demo auto rotation with a flare, right?
Okay.
I want us to do this until you're actually doing it each time yourself. I want us to do it one each flight where you can just follow along.
Okay.
So it's feeling more familiar, so when you do it, you've seen it enough times to understand the feelings, the depth, the speed, everything else.
Okay.
And then we'll come off and we'll do some air taxi quick stop, and then you'll do some pattern work, okay? Does that sound like a plan?
Yep.
And if we have time, we'll get the hover auto in as well.
Perfect.
Alright, so now make that turn. Let's stay on this side of the road. Come down another couple hundred feet. Remember, lowering collective, you've got to check your trim because you've got to put some right pedal in. Yeah. Just aim to cut from here straight towards the middle of the downwind.
Okay.
Down this side of the road. When it's quiet like this, I always just double check my squelch, double check my frequencies, just in case we didn't accidentally bump it or turn it down whilst we were training.
Okay.
Alright, so stay at 4,000. So we're on level 4,070 as we enter the pattern. As we get into the pan, double check over your shoulder that no one's coming straight in for the downwind and hasn't made a call or is on the wrong frequency. We would normally lose a little bit of height as we come up beam our spot, but we're going to hold in the 4,000 all the way, so I'll take the control about the base.
Okay.
And make sure we make our entry to the auto about 4,000, 4,100.
Okay. Yeah, the wind looks in 34.
Yeah, it looks good for straight in auto.
Yep. And there's no noise on there yet.
Ben, traffic, Skylane 90361 Hotel is 11.5 to the north inbound.
Center traffic, Hillcutter 20 Hotel going right down 134, Center traffic.
Did you get any of that guy's tail number or his type of aircraft?
No.
Okay, so it's hard, but try and pick something on a transmission that may mean something to you later, even if it's just Skyline or Cessna or RV, because that way if you ever need to query someone, I mean we could say aircraft from the north current position if you were operating in the north, or last transmission say again or whatever, but try and start to pick out something, maybe it's just the last letter or something, or the aircraft type. Alright, hold us, climb up another 100 feet, or 4-1, and I'll take the controls on the base defines then. So I had all the options on the runway.
Helicopter 07, we make us begin leading edge taxi now for 2 for 34.
Great, okay, my controls. Your controls. I got them. Lights out, top of the green, 3 in the green, fuel good, carbine not required, 4,100, clear left, ahead and right, I cannot turn. Hold the power in as we come round so that we don't sink. So we've got plenty of time here, plenty of room here to set up. Yep, 1 second. Bend traffic heading up to 2 Sierra Hotel, turning high right final for 3-4 simulated engine out bend. High right base to final is what I meant to say.
Wow, way to go.
Yeah, newbie. Alright, we're looking clear. Let's get it level at 65. Keep an eye on that helicopter. My eyes are outside. I'm going to try and pick my spot as be 1,000-foot markers, but like I said, I'm really worried, more concerned about RPM and airspeed on this demo.
Thin traffic helicopter 552, Lima Echo, is on the ground at leading edge.
3,
Taxi 2, Alpha 3, runway 34.
And 1. Lower collective, our cyclic right pedal, roll off the catch. Attitude flying, make sure we don't let it sink. RPM's a little bit high, so we'll pull up a little bit.
Yeah.
Airspeed, RPM's outside.
Looks good, looks good.
RPM's, airspeed, outside. 100-foot check, continue. We get to about 40 feet, we're going to start feeding out this flare.
Okay.
I'm now watching the RPMs as I'm doing this in my spot. RPMs are good. Rolling on, because we're not going to get any more. A little bit of yaw there as we roll on.
Awesome.
It'll bring us to a stop for a second, and I'll get us on the roll real quick.
Helicopter 07, Lima Echo, holding short at Alpha 2.
Do a quick check it on the go. Lights out, top of the green, 3 in the green, fuel good, copy. Bend traffic, helicopter 2 Sierra Hotels, taking out 3-4 for right traffic, bend. Okay. Your controls?
Bend traffic, helicopter 07, Lima Echo, taking 3-4 from Alpha 2.
Don't dive down anymore, we're already pretty fast. Stay center line and just climb us up.
Yeah, way to go.
Climbing up. Getting too fast, too low.
Bend traffic, Skylane 61 Hotel is 4.5 to the north. We'll be crossing the extended line, center line 3-4 and entering left traffic for 3-4.
Alright, let's our face on that side. Or... See him?
Not yet, he'll be coming in.
Bend traffic, helicopter 07, Lima Echo is on the go, 3-4.
There's our 300 feet, make sure we clear into our right turn. So does that make sense that once we get to the flare time, we're not going to make any adjustments to the airspeed. It's really now about RPM control and closure to the ground.
Right.
So what I do, as I'm entering the flare, I keep an eye on the, I look at the airspeed just enough to see, do I have a lot of energy or not much energy?
Okay.
65, 70 is a lot, 50, not so much. And that will also determine how much I'm going to pull and when. And then also look at the RPMs, and then I'm just concentrating on the RPMs and managing RPMs and descent and flare.
Okay. Yeah, we get some rain here. You want visible car feet?
Absolutely. Visible moisture. Okay, identifying car feet. Pulling up car feet so we stay out the yellow. Good job.
Okay, thanks. Whoa,
So,
what was that?
easy, easy.
Yeah. Low G, low G.
Let's make I want to see a perfect, normal approach to the 1,000-foot markers.
Yeah.
I'll let you be in charge when you do what, radio calls, everything else, checks.
Bend air traffic, helicopter 2 Sierra Hotels on right down 134, bend air traffic. Thanks for catching me on that.
Bend traffic, Skylane 61 Hotel, 3 left downwind for runway 34.
Now, Skylane's going to come in. We might get in before him, or we might have kind of a conflict. So have your options already in your mind.
Bend traffic, 705, 33 Yankee is 10 miles north, 5,800. Inbound instrument approach.
Instrument?
Yeah, practice instrument approach.
Then traffic helicopter 552 Lima Echo is taking active runway at Alpha 3, 1 runway 34. Thanks.
Birds high, see them?
Yep. Okay, I got the skyline.
We can land at Bravo, we'll help him out. Still going to land at Bravo 2, the intersection on the second one you see. See that?
Yeah. Well, I was shooting for the runway, now it's all messed up.
Alright, make it cool, let everyone know what's going on.
Bender traffic, helicopter 20 tails on final for Bravo taxiway, Bender traffic.
And if you can, chuck in the direction, because you could be coming from either end on these light wind days. It's not too bad today, it's pretty obvious, but...
Okay.
On final for Bravo taxiway, 3-4 direction, or parallel 3-4.
Runway 34.
Yeah, he would have had to go around if we didn't, which, no, it's your runway, you make the call to do what's safe, but we can use this taxiway, so let's do it.
Okay.
It's looking good.
Good.
Then traffic helicopter 3040 kilos, hold short Alpha 3, then.
So we're below 18 inches, so we need full copy.
Then
Identifying copy.
Skylane 61 Hotel is turning final runway 34 at Bend.
And you'll also get an extra 1.5 inches on manifold pressure because you're pulling full copy, okay?
Okay.
Just keep on walking it down, keep it in the same spot. Stay center line.
Trying.
As we did 30, good. Descent, power. Looking good, continue. Keep us walking forward, keep walking forward. You don't want to come to an out ground effect hover.
Alright.
Alright, let's call it here. Bring it to a hover.
Set it down.
Yeah, let's do a set down pickup.
Bend area traffic, Chancellor 2727 Lima is over the Deschutes VOR. Maneuvering for runway 34.
And that traffic 703 Yankees 5 to the north on GPS Zulu approach 16, will circle land for 34 then.
Down to the controls.
Okay.
34 Alpha 3.
So, how was that?
2 people transmitting on the frequency.
Oh. But how was everything?
That was good. So your approach came up a little bit short, and part of that is you kind of came to this hover thing. You didn't keep it going. You just got to keep walking it down, keep walking it down, keep walking it down, and then bring it to a hover over a spot. I think this happened last time as well. I think what's happening is, as we come through ETL,
Chancellor 2727 Lima,
on the lose ETL,
if able, we'd like to straight in runway 34.
about that time it just seems that you kind of accept the hover, you don't keep just holding it in, so it seems to be happening at the same sort of time. So as you see 30, check your descent, check your power, but keep walking it in.
Okay, alright.
Okay, let's do an air taxi quick stop.
Okay, alright.
So do a nice pickup and then an air taxi
Do we
quick
need a
stop.
call?
Let's say we're maneuvering on Bravo taxiway.
Okay. Bender traffic, helicopter 20 Hotel, going to be maneuvering on Bravo taxiway, Bender traffic. Okay, alright. One lights out, top of the green, 3 in the green. Hill, car beat, on, and here we go.
Oh, and don't forget your checks on final. Missed your final checks.
Okay, alright.
Traffic helicopter 40 kilos, taking off 34, we're going to be a northeast departure.
And that traffic 703 Yankees 2 to the north, 4,000 feet, 16 will be circling land 34 then.
Then traffic Chancellor 2727 Lima, 4-mile final runway 34.
Left pedal, left pedal, left pedal. Come over a little bit.
Okay.
Remember, you're in charge.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, you're in charge of this helicopter. Not the other way around. Okay, talk me through an air taxi quick stop quick.
Lima, we're
Okay, so you can do like a north
got turned around.
at 40 and 40. 40 feet, 40.
Yep.
Then traffic helicopter 552 Lima Echo is to the north, 3 miles to the north at...
You're going to announce an air taxi on Bravo from south to north.
Northeast.
Bend air traffic, helicopter 2 Sierra Hotel, so we're doing an air taxi on a road taxiway from south to north, bend air traffic.
Good. Checks and then what we do?
Bend traffic 705, 221 left downwind, runway 34.
Alright, we're good?
Yep.
There you go.
There's our 40, just come off cyclic and you'll be lowering the collective when we get to about 40 feet. Be on center line a little bit more. Let's just hold this air taxi till we get near the, not this intersection, but the next one.
3040 kilo,
Lower collective a little bit.
miles,
There you go.
northeast, 3,900.
Alright, hold us here, this is good.
And traffic chance.
And the talking will be ready at quick stop. Are you ready?
Runway 34 now.
Quick stop.
Yeah.
Lower collective more, off cyclic more. Now push back over.
Bend traffic 705, 51 Yankees left
And we'll
base.
just slowly walk it back down. A bit more up collective, a little bit more up collective, and just slowly, slower. Just slowly walk us back down to the spot.
Okay.
Control the descent, push forward a little bit more, just be like, boop, boop, boop. Good. Could be a little bit more half cyclic, a bit more of a rapid deceleration.
Okay.
Alright, so bring us to a hover here for a second, hold us here.
Okay.
And clear your tail, and let's do a pedal turn to make sure there's no one behind us and we can see if we can take off.
Okay.
Bend traffic 705, 31 Yankee, short final 34, full stop.
Hold up, hang on. Wait.
Bend traffic, helicopter 3.
You didn't clear that side, you cleared that side and then turn the other way.
3 miles.
So if you're going to clear your right side, turn left.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Otherwise we just put our tail into a
727 Lima, turning left base, runway 34.
to a llama walking past.
Yeah.
Or a deer. Or a helicopter. Or an airplane. So, bring us to a steady hover. Clear your side if you're going to make the turn to the left.
Okay.
Okay. Hold us in spot. Make a nice steady pedal turn to the left.
Bend traffic, helicopter 552, Echo, 8 miles northeast.
Let's come all the way back round. We'll just back taxi a little bit. We'll just taxi down a walking taxi pace.
Bend traffic, Chancellor 2727 Lima on final, runway 34, bend.
A little bit slower.
Bend traffic, 31 Yankees clear at Alpha 4, taxi to Prover via Alpha, bend.
Good. This is a nice controlled walking pace. You know what? I think we're going to run out of time. So
Yeah.
let me do an air taxi down there for us because there's going to be a similar tailwind. So I don't really want you doing that right now. Get my controls?
Your controls?
Okay, let's just get. There we go. It's going to feel pretty fast because we're going to be having a bit more of a ground speed because of the tailwind.
Okay.
And then I'll get you to cross us over to the runway and we'll do a hover order or two before we
Okay.
shut down. Hey, 3-1 Yankee, how far are you guys going down on Alpha? Okay.
Your airspeed was like 0.
Yeah, it's about 20 knots, 25 knots. It's about 30 knots now. All right, so we're going to cross over. So I want you to help clear for me.
Okay.
So your way?
Yep. Clear.
Bend traffic heading up to 2 Sierra Hotels, crossing from Bravo 2 to Alpha 2. Bend. Clear?
Yep. Clear.
Finals clear.
Still clear.
Spot's clear on the other side.
Still clear.
Bend traffic, Chancellor 2727 Lima, clear, runway 34, bend.
Let me demo one real quick again for you. All right.
3040 Kilo, departing to the northeast at 4,800.
So we're going to call this
last call.
an engine failure at hover. Then we don't have the word hover auto.
Right.
Does that make sense? So I was saying earlier about not confusing us. And so it's going to be, I'll count it in as usual, then it'll be a roll off all the way into the detent.
Okay.
My fingernails will be up so I can only go one way. I'll put in right pedal to control the yaw.
Okay.
I'll let it settle and then I'll pull. And I'll make sure we don't get any drift. I'll be cyclic control to stop any drift.
Okay, sure.
So you can follow along if you like. Okay, we're about a foot and a half, that's fine for now. We're into the wind, fingernails are up. This will be an engine failure at hover in 3, 2, 1. Rolling off right pedal, settle and pull.
Nice, perfect.
Okay, lower collective, your controls.
Okay, my controls.
You can just make a quick call just saying we will be operating on the bend sign at Alpha.
Okay. Bender Jerk, Helicopter 20 Hotel to be operating on the bend side at Alpha Taxiway, Bender Jerk.
100 feet, ascending to 4,500.
Someone stepped on our transmission. Okay, try that again.
Sorry, I should go again?
Yeah, just say we're operating on the Alpha Taxiway at the bend sign, and we have the airplane moving down taxiway. Do you need us to move?
Okay. Bender Jerk, Helicopter 20 Hotel's going to be maneuvering on the bend sign here at Alpha Taxiway. We see the airplane, and let us know if you need us to move. Bender Jerk.
Okay.
Alright.
Do it
So
on
what am I top green? 30 green, seal, car beat. Alright, here we go.
Center controls. There you go. If you forget to center the controls, as you introduce, you get light on the skids and you got right pedal, you tend to obviously do a little bit of spin that you weren't expecting.
See that?
What's that?
The needles.
Which ones?
I'm having the engine and rotor. When I'm raised collective, they're going up. See that?
Yep, just make it nice and smooth.
I am. I'm not even hardly moving it.
Fine. The top of the green's fine. They're just on, I think it's like 105 is still within governor range, so.
Okay.
But it's good, paying attention. Good job.
Thanks.
All right. I'm clear my side.
Traffic, Sky Hawk
Make a right pedal turn, just make sure there's no one behind you.
3 mile 45, runway 34, bend.
Yep, we're good.
Okay, so bring it back over the bend sign. Come left a little bit. We've got time for one, and we're going to go in. Okay, fingernails wrap round, so you're going to roll one way, you're going to roll into the detent, and you're going to put whatever it takes for the right pedal to hold our heading.
Yeah.
You're going to settle, and then pull. Keep that throttle fully closed.
Alright, this will be an engine failure in hover. 3, 2, 1.
Bend traffic, helicopter 807, Lima Echo 3.5 to the east, operating low level.
Controls. Okay. All right. Roll up and take us back.
How was that?
That wasn't too bad. We had, once you get down, I'll let you roll up first of all. You got full controls, right?
Yeah.
You held us over our spot. We didn't go diving left, right, forward or backwards. You counted the yaw initially and then
Did too much right pedal.
too much right pedal. Yeah.
But I mean, that was a lot better than the other ones. At least it wasn't crappy.
You just want to pull enough collective to cushion. If you pull tons and tons, it keeps us light on the skid with you got loads of pedal in it. It'll tend to go over the
Mike Echo, left downwind, runway 34, full stop.
All right.